we asked to differentiate the following. First we have y equals 1 over ln x, and then secondly we have y equals ln tan squared x. So these are both exercises in understanding the derivative of ln. And just to remember, the derivative of, let's say, ln u is 1 over u times the derivative of that, which would be du dx. Okay? And in this first one, we have to recognize that 1 over ln x is the same as ln x to the negative 1 power. So when I take the derivative of both sides, I'm going to have to apply chain rule. So that would be negative ln x to the negative 2 power, right? You multiply and then drop the power by 1, times the derivative of whatever's inside, which is 1 over x. So here I get negative 1 over x ln x quantity squared. And there is my derivative. All right, for the second one, we have to recognize this is ln tan squared, okay, in the middle. And so we're going to have to use chain rule here. And we recognize on the outside we have ln. The next function is, so we have ln of tan squared. That means tangent squared. The squared is actually the second function. And then the third function nestled inside this thing is the tangent. So remember, with chain rule, we're treating this kind of like the Russian nesting dolls, right? You take the derivative of the outside, and then the derivative of what's inside of that, and then the derivative of what's inside of that. So when we do this, let's see, the derivative of what's outside would be 1 over u, right? U being tan squared x. So that's 1 over tangent squared x times the derivative of tangent squared x. So now I have to use chain rule again. That's going to be 2 tangent x times the derivative of what was inside the square function, which is tangent. So that's going to be secant squared x. So when we do this, when we put it together, we get 2 tan x secant squared all over tangent squared. And now I can see that one of the tangents is going to cancel out. And so I'm finally left with 2 secant squared x over tangent x. And you might could manipulate it with trig functions a little bit to simplify it, but I think that's good right there. All right, I hope this makes sense. Just learn chain rule, learn the derivative of ln u. You should be fine. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.